Hello, welcome back to yet another round of cinematic gameplay, a series where we are elevating the board game experience, and it is an evolving series, so things change from each episode. Last time we played through Everdell, and this time we'll be doing a solo game of Aquatica, which is pretty much the same thing, but if you are interested in the full tutorial and breakdown of this, I also did a video here on the Dice Tower. So, let's get started. We are kings of an underwater kingdom, but the problem is our resources have been completely wiped out, and it is our job as king to go around, explore different depths of the ocean, recruit followers, and build our kingdom once again so it is the most prosperous kingdom in all of the wide open ocean. I'll make this super simple. On your turn, you're playing one card from your hand. So I'm gonna start this off by playing the Blue Waters Agent, which allows me to recruit one character from the board. Now this is a list of characters that we can recruit, but the thing is they all cost gold. And as you notice here, there is no gold in this game, at least physical gold that you can hold. So one place you can get gold is from your starting set of manta rays. So manta rays are a source of resources that we can use. When we use them, we just flip them over. So this one says 1 gold. I'm gonna flip this over, and now this manta ray is tired, so I can no longer use it for now. So there's my 1 gold, and I'm going to recruit the diplomatic crab. Now this card is another source of resources, and I'm gonna put this in my hand. From there, this row is gonna slide on over, so researcher goes here, Meg, sneaky eel, healer, and then we draw 1 brand new card. And there is the manta's leader. Now normally in a multiplayer game, my turn would be over and then it would go on to the next person. But since I'm playing solo, I'm gonna fire cards off back to back. Bam! Just like that. So next, I'm gonna use that diplomatic crab that I just bought because I wanna keep recruiting characters so I meet one of the goals that are listed on the board. I'll show you that in a second. Now the diplomatic crab allows me to gain 1 gold and recruit 1 character. So I'm going to recruit the researcher, which costs 1 gold, Meg. Boom, 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 and flip a brand new card over. And then next, I'm gonna play Seahorse, which is gonna allow me to scout. Now in solo mode, you're playing against Ichthyander. And every time you scout, which is what I'm gonna do right now, or every time you play another card called Matrona, you get to put one of their manta rays, or Ichthyander's manta rays, onto the gold track of the board. Once all the manta rays have been put on the board, then the game's over. So this is 1, and there's only 3 left. And I have to maximize the amount of points that I'm scoring by the time the last manta ray is on the board. Now I'm gonna put the manta ray in a place where I don't think I'm gonna fill that goal that quickly. So let's go ahead and put it here in a trained mantis section. Now this means I need to have 2 trained mantas in order to complete this goal. I have 0 trained mantas. Trained mantas actually come from location cards and from characters. These are the purple mantas that I'm showing you right here. So this is how scouting works. I'm gonna push 4 of the location cards up top. Now I'll put this location up here, and every card that you put up in this location is going to be reduced by 1 power. So this one only costs 1 power now instead of 2 power. So gold is not the only resource that you can use. Power is the other one that you can use to conquer locations. And I have to follow what Seahorse says because not only do I scout, but I also gain 1 power and I can conquer 1 location using that power. So I can put this location up here, and I can put 3 more. Let's get a big point 1 here. Let's get a medium point 1, and we'll get another small one just so we can get more opportunities to score. And then these 2 go into the discard pile. From there, you get 6 more locations that get put on the board. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Seahorse allows me to gain 1 power and conquer 1 location. The only one I can conquer now with 1 power is this location. And this is really cool. When you conquer locations, you can take that location and put it into your player board, just like this. It slides all the way up until you reach this blue circle on the bottom. Now next, I'm gonna play Legionnaire, which allows me to gain 3 power and conquer another location. So with that, I'm gonna take this top one, which is now reduced by 1 as well. So this one costs only 3 power now, and I'm gonna slot this into my player board as well. Okay, so a quick pit stop. What am I doing? Yes, I'm playing cards, but the goal of this game is to kind of manage your resources so you gain as many victory points as possible. In order to score victory points, you need locations on your board. And then I'll show you in a little bit how you can actually score those locations. The overall goal here is optimizing resource management in order for me to score as many points as possible before Ichthyander puts on the last manta ray. So I'm looking at my remaining hand and I'm kind of running into a problem. Sea Lord gives me 1 gold to buy a location, but I need more gold in order for me to afford any location because the rest of the locations on the board are only like 2 to 3 gold. Some are even at 5 to 6 gold, so I can't afford anything even using this card. These other 3 cards are all about utilizing my locations, but the thing is I only have 2 locations and I can't utilize too many resources that are listed on the board so far. And my last card is the ultimate reset card. If I play Matrona, then another Stingray gets put on the board, so I'm trying to avoid that. So what are my options? Well, I need to recruit some more cards then. Okay, check this out. I think I have a tiny plan. First off, I'm going to use this location on my board and slide it up. And this arrow means I can slide up another card on my board. So I'm gonna slide this up to use it. And now this one goes up by 1. Sliding mechanisms, what? And then I'm gonna play a king card, which is involved in some advanced play of Aquatica. No, it's not. You just add it in after you figure out how to play the game. So I'm playing Xander the Usurper, and he allows me to raise a location first. So I'm gonna raise this one up 1. Now king cards are typically very powerful. They allow you to do a ton of different effects. So after raising 1 location, I can now take back a card from my discard pile, and I'm gonna take back Diplomatic Crab. Thirdly, I can unflip one of my mantas. So my gold manta comes back to me, flipped on over. And lastly, the treasure chest icon means I can score 1 card. And you can only score cards once a location card is pushed all the way up in the board. So that means I can score this one, which is at 2 victory points. And then you can put it here in the top slot. Next up, I'm gonna use Diplomatic Crab again to gain 1 gold and recruit 1 character. So I'll take the shark from the board, slide these over again. And then I'm gonna use Meg right away. So this one allows me to gain 3 power and conquer 1 location. Bam, 3 power. I'm gonna take this location from the board, which costs exactly 3 power, and then slide this one in here as well. And I'm gonna use it right away. So this one allows me to raise a location twice. So I'm gonna put that up here and then raise this up twice. Next up, we're gonna play Sea Lord. 1 gold and buy 1 location, but I'm also gonna flip over my gold manta as well. So that's 2 gold, which means I can now afford this one. And I'm gonna slide this one in my player board as well. Bam, so here are now 3 locations on my board. Ooh, check out this combo play. So I'm gonna raise this location, which allows me to score this one for 5 victory points. And then I'm going to play Researcher, which allows me to raise a location 3 times. So 1 and 2, 3. And I'm gonna score these 2 right away by playing Wave Teller. Now Wave Teller allows me to score 2 right away. So bam, 3 points, and again, 3 points. So now those are 6 points. And now we are at the halfway point because I have no cards to play in my hand except a reset card, which is Matrona. So now we get to put another one of Ichthyander's Manta Rays on the board. I also just realized that I did score at least 3 locations, so I can put one of my Manta Rays straight onto the board and score 8 points as well. So I'm gonna put my Manta Ray here, and Ichthyander can go here as well. Now this goal is if I have 8 cards in my hand, which I will in a second. And this one is if I have 5 locations on the board. So this one's kind of hard to do because I just won't score. I'm just gonna have to delay everything and keep everything on my board. I don't know if I'm gonna get that one, but I'm gonna try to go for the Manta Ray next. So Matrona allows me to unflip all my mantas. So now these all become usable. And then again, all the cards in my discard pile back into my hand. Boop. Since I'm sliding everything back and forth, I'm gonna put my locations off to the side for now. Okay, next play, Legionnaire again. So 3 power to conquer another location. I'm gonna flip over my power Manta Ray. So that's 4 power. And I'm going to take this location from the board. So here's the one I grabbed at 5 power, but reduced to 4. Gonna play Meg to conquer another location. So I'll take this one from the board. Now, this is an easy point one. I'll slide this one here. Playing solo is definitely a little bit different because you're trying to recruit, I guess, as many cards as you can, because the more cards you have, then the more cards you can play since you're only playing solo and no one's kind of competing with you for different cards. So I'm gonna play Blue Water's Agent, which allows me to recruit 1 character. I'm gonna take the Grabber for free at 0 gold. Slide these over. Diplomatic Crab again. So gain 1 gold, and I'm gonna take Healer. And then I'm gonna play Healer right away. So this one says pay 1 gold to play any character from my discard pile. So the 1 gold is gonna come from my Manta Ray. This one gets exhausted. And I'm gonna play Blue Water's Agent again to recruit another character. I'll take Sneaky Eel, so this goes down again. Now that I'm playing through it, I feel like I should have recruited early on so I can keep using more and more cards, like maybe in stage 1 versus halfway through the game. Now on my board, I'm gonna slide this location up and it allows me to take a card from my discard pile back to my hand. Again, I'll use Diplomatic Crab right away. So I'll take Turtle. Now that up arrow for Turtle means I can slide a card all the way up and then score a card right afterwards. So I still want to use the resources here on the left side. I'm going to keep that there. I'm going to slide this one all the way up. And now I finally get my first wild manta ray. So the manta ray I get is the one that's listed on the card, which is this one Razor Location Manta. So this is now at my disposal. And then to finish off Turtle's effect, I'm going to score that card. Bam! Now looking at my current hand here, my cards are slowly being pushed against the wall. Can't use Wave Teller yet because I have nothing to score. This would waste a location. I need more than 1 gold because everything on the board is like 3 gold minimum. Scout is going to push a third manta. Again, this would waste resources. I can't conquer anything without any gold or power. And again, Matrona would reset. So I'm reaching that point where I'm trying to calculate and figure out what is the most optimal move to do. But at this point, I think it's to scout. I need to get more locations on the board because everything right now is way too expensive. So I'm just gonna bite the bullet and go for it and play Seahorse. Scout, gain 1 power, and conquer 1 location. Bam. These all get moved up here to get reduced by 1 power. I'm gonna refill the locations, hoping I have cheaper ones. It seems like I got a couple cheaper ones here. Cool. These look pretty good. I'm gonna put Ichthyander here, and I also forgot to score my Manta again when I had 8 cards when I used Matrona. So this is 1 Manta that I didn't use at all. I'm gonna score it now. So with that 1 power, I'm going to buy this location. And this one slides all the way up to 2 victory points right away. Reason for that is because it has nothing listed on the left side. So I'm gonna play the Grabber next, and the rule of thumb in Aquatica is you have to use as many effects as possible on the card. So I can only conquer 1 location, so I'm gonna use that first effect, but I can't conquer a second location at this time. Did I seriously just say at this time? Sounds like an automated telephone call. Anyways, I'm gonna take this location from the board with my 2 power, slide this up, and now I have access to 2 gold and 2 power. Next up, I'm gonna use Sea Lord to gain 1 gold and buy 1 location. So 1 gold plus 3 gold here. So 3 gold, which means I can get this location now. There goes 4. Ooh, before I score more locations, if I can get 1 more location on the board, then I can put my Manta on the 3rd goal. Is this possible? All right, so I'm gonna try to use up as many cards as I can before I use Matrona. I'm gonna use Matrona as my last reset point. So, actually I literally can't use anything. Let me explain to you why. So, Researcher is gonna push my cards up by 3 slots, but I need to keep everything here in order to use all the power. Exander, again, is going to raise my location, but I don't wanna raise any locations right now. Wave Teller, raise the location and score. I can't use those. Sneaky Eel causes a scout, but I'm trying to use Matrona for my last one. And then that means, leads up to this point, that the only card I can use, I think right now, to optimize my play is to use Matrona. So Matrona, here we go. I'm going to get all my cards back from my hand, and then I'm going to unflip all my Mantas. So this gets flipped over, and this gets flipped over. So I'm just gonna have to raise locations and start scoring then. I don't think I can reach that 5 location goal. Okay, so I'm gonna play Researcher to raise 3 locations. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and 3. And then I'm gonna use this location to raise 2 more. So use this, raise this up 2. And now I get a second Manta. So here's the Manta that I've gained. I'm gonna put my 1 power Manta over here to score 5 points in the end. And then I'm gonna play Wave Teller to score some more points. So this one allows me to score 2 locations. I'm gonna score this 5.1, and I'm gonna score this 3.1. My next turn, I'm gonna use this location to score another card, so this one gets scored as well. And I think it's time. It is time to reach the final round. So Matrona, here we go. The last Manta Ray goes in this slot. Matrona allows me to get my entire hand back up here. And the only thing I can do right now is to play Wave Teller to score my last location. So bam, 6 points. I've said bam a lot in this video. I feel like Emerald Lagasse. Okay, let's go ahead and count up our points and see how we did. So first off, let's count the location cards. I have 2 victory points here on the bottom. So those are 2 points, 7 points, 10, 13, 16, 21, 24, 25, 26, and 32 points so far from my locations alone. And then I count some more from my cards. So all the cards in your hand count as 1 point. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And then lastly, I add up the points I got from the bonus track. So I have 45 points right now. 45 plus 5 is 50, 58. 58 plus 8 is 66 points. 66 points according to the rulebook is the Leviathan. Not bad. Not bad. Because 30 points or less is a blobfish. 31 to 60 is the sea serpent. So I'm right at the cusp of the Leviathan. You need 91 points in order to score a Kraken level game. So that, my friends, is Aquatica. Thank you all so much for joining me here on today's gameplay. I hope you had a good time. Comment down below which game you want to see next in the cinematic gameplay. I do have Marvel United lined up, so that one's going to be next along with Bloodborne. But other than that, let me know what you want to see, and I'll see you all in the next video.